Welcome to Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. I'm Michelle Fitzgerald, aka Fitzy, and I'm an independent advisor with Creative Memory Scrapbooking, and I'm here to help you make your scrapbooks fabulous. And today, we just finished our Croptoberfest Scrap Weekend. We had a lot of fun and a lot of pages were created. We're still tallying the page count. We'll have to see what we did, but I think it was really good. Today, we're going to work with a sketch out of the sketchbook. So let me get to my workspace here and we can get started. Okay. Now, we are working with a sketch from the 110 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches book. And the sketch we'll be working on is on page 30. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And I just, well, I'm going to show you what I created, and then we're going to do a Christmas layout. But I just wanted to give you an idea. And today, because of the nature of this design, we're not going to use the plus sign design. Today, I'm going to show you something just a little bit different, specifically for this sketch, okay? So let me show you what I already did. We had a lot of fun with the owl punch over the weekend, and I made this adorable little page from this sketch with the owl punch, and this is the Enchanted Princess pack, and this is going to be for some photos that my daughter has from a sleepover that she had. All right, so I'm going to make the same layout, but I'm going to make it a Christmas layout. I already cut some of the papers just to save a little time, because this could be a very long video if I didn't. All right. And one thing I forgot to pull out, and I'm just going to pull it out real quick now, is I need a base. So I've got my base page here, which is just white, one of those free title pages. Okay. So a couple of things that I'll be using. I think this is still available. This is the 3-in-1 bevel tag punch. So I'll be using that. And in addition to that, I'll also be using, and I think these are things, well, I know this one's no longer available, but I will say it's one of my favorite punches, the pedal frame punch. But you can use, if you're playing along at home, really any border punch that stays attached to the paper. Especially it does need to be a frame punch if you want it to come out like a frame. So any border frame punch will work for this for this process. All right, and then the next thing we're going to use, I'm going to use the 3-in-1 ribbon punch. Now this came in a secret box. It was from Q1 of 2022. And I love this. I don't know if there's any more available out there. I might have one in stock, I'm not sure. But it just made this layout a lot easier, quicker to get done. All right. So the first thing I want to show you here, with this layout, we have a big triangle that comes over the bottom right side. And then I just want you to look, the top left side has a little space here, the top right side rather, sorry. And then the bottom left side has more. All this light gray is all one sheet of paper. So we just have to figure out how to get this triangle on. All right. So by that, what I mean is you have to figure out your paper. So what I decided to do The candy cane is going to be that main piece of paper. Okay. And then my triangle is going to be this green and red and gold plaid. This is all from the Christmas cheer collection. I love a Christmas collection. So I love these little candy canes. They're adorable. And I think we'll have some fun with that today. All right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I am actually recovering from COVID. So I still have a little congestion and a little bit of energy not being there when I need it, unfortunately. So I did cut 3 squares that I'll be using with my frame punch. So I cut an 8 by 8 inch square, a 6 by 6 inch square, and a 4 by 4 inch square. And if you look at this paper here, this will hold, the 8 by 8 square will hold a 4 by 6 photo. The 4 by 4 square is going to hold a 3.5 inch square photo. And the 4 by 4 is going to hold a 2 inch square photo. All right. Just so you have all your measurements. And then these strips here, I cut a 1 inch strip, a 2 inch strip, and a 2.5 inch strip. And these are going to be my little decorative pieces up here, my my tags and my ribbon. All right. Excuse me. So let's do the tricky part first, which is cutting this little triangle. I'm just going to move the sketch off the table for a little bit, just so I can have space to show all of this. So you're going to want just a pencil and a ruler handy. And what I'm going to do, I'm making sure that this is in centered in the mat. And I'm just going to make a little mark at the 2 inch mark on the top right hand corner. And then I'm going to come down and make another mark at the 4 inch mark on the bottom left corner. Then I'm going to take my ruler and draw a line between these 2 points, or I should say from point to point. And my ruler is not quite long enough, so I have to move it in the middle. But it will get the job done, I think.
No, they do.
All right. So now I am going to take my trimmer and I'm going to line my marks up on the cut line. And just be gentle with your paper because it's not going to fully fit, but that's okay. You're going to get the basic idea.
Yeah.
So just line up on the cut line. And I'm going to check with my little guide here to make sure I'm lined up right, and I'm not. So I'm just going to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, you're wasting. Very powerful.
All right. Oh, and I'm going to fix it down here. This is the trickiest part. If you get this set, you'll be good to go. And it probably won't cut the whole entire way. So I'm just going to snip that last little piece with my scissors. Okay. So now we have our base piece. Now, however, I would have liked to have been able to just split this and have it work. But as you can see, it doesn't give me a square when I do that. So I need another piece of paper. And that's where my little plaid piece is going to come into play. And let me just move this out of the way for a minute. And again, I'm just gonna trace this triangle. And really all I have to do is just line up. I'm just going to do that one line. And you may not be able to see it on the camera. Oh, I should probably do that a little darker because even I can't see it. All right, so let's line this up. I will have to make it dark. However, I have a really good eraser. So when I'm done, I'll be able to erase it. All right. So now I'm going to come over here with my trimmer again. And I'm going to line it up on the cut line again. And get myself a nice little triangle. This print is a little challenging because there's a lot of lines on it. And they're kind of muted tones. So you have to just really look to make sure you're in the right spot. But I think I might be good. I just want to check the top here because I got a little fidgety when I drew that line. Okay, I think we're good. And again, I just have to cut that little piece. Good. All right, so this paper is going to go over there. Move the trimmer. And now I'm going to bring my base piece over. And let's see how this looks. So here's my base piece here. And here's my triangle. Looking good. All right. Now I have this eraser. It's a high polymer eraser and it's by Pentel. I just got it on Amazon. It was pretty inexpensive, but it's probably the best eraser I've ever used. So if you need an eraser, I would highly recommend it. All right, and I'm just going to erase all of this pencil mark here. You actually can't see it too much, but I know me, it'll bug me. So I'm going to get it off. Do you guys get bothered by silly little things like that? If so, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. It's always nice to know you're not the only one and that somebody else feels your pain. All right. So, oops, I need my tape runner right over here. So I'm going to tack these two sheets down because, like I said, that is the trickiest part, I think, of this layout. And if you are planning to do this again or on your own, what I would do and what I did on mine, on the sketch, just put 2 here and put 4 down here. So now you know when you're lining it up that you're going to cut at the 2, you're going to mark and cut at the 2-inch line and the 4-inch line. And that'll help you. I mean, it's that simple. I know when you look at this one, though, it's a little intimidating because I have to say, even I looked at it and said, what am I going to do with this? But I did figure out, and you know, there could be another way to do it, and that's fine. But this is the way that spoke to me, so I went with it. All right. So now we have pretty. Okay, so that's done. Now, let's go back here. I'm just going to move a couple of things out of my way. My desk gets very congested very easily. All right, let's go to the strips here that I cut, and we'll get these done. So this strip is my 2.5-inch strip, and I'm just gonna put that in. And I want my trees to be vertically upright. So I'm going to turn them upside down and slide them into the trim, the little punch here. Oops, need to unlock it first. And it slides right in. And there's my ribbon. And then what I can do is I can go as far up as I want to make this ribbon as long as I want. So I'll do that in a sec. I'm just going to cut the other two pieces first, and then we'll have all of that done. So then I'm going to take my 2-inch strip and place that in my tag punch. All right, and there's my little tag here. And then I'm going to take my 1-inch strip and there's my little tag there. Now, look at, I went a little off center, so I'm just going to flip it over and fix it, right? And that's much better. Look at, it's centered now. Okay. All right. So now let's cut these down. And that's all you need these punches for. So these two you can put to the side if you have them or something similar. And let's bring out the trimmer again. And let's see now. My 1-inch strip needs to be 2 inches long. So it's 1 inch wide. And now I'm just going to put the very tip at the 2-inch mark and give that a good cut. So there's one. This is extra. I don't need it. And then my second tag, this is my 2-inch strip. And I'm going to cut this one at 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to put the very tippy top there of the tag at the 2 3/4 inch mark. So now I have my 2 tags there. And then my ribbon is going to be 3.5 inches long. So I'm going to line up, oops, sorry. The little points of the ribbon will be on the 3.5 inch mark. All right. Just want to make sure that's straight. So see why I did the tag upside, I put the trees into the punch upside down, so that way they'll be right side up when I go to put it on my page. All right, so that's all set. And these little guys are going to go somewhere around here. All right. So something like that. I'll come back and play with that in a few minutes. So now I'm just going to go to my petal frame punch or whatever frame punch you have that you want to use. And I'm going to start with the big one. And you know what? I'm going to put this to the side just to make it easier to pull all the scraps off. Oops. Put these here. So it's coming together, right? Now, when I'm using any frame punch and I want to make a frame, I'm not going to line up with the black lines that are in front. I'm going to line up with the silver line that's on the little side tray here. Okay, so let's just line up there. And we'll punch, and then I'll continue to use that pattern on the tray to know when my next punch should be. Now with the 8 by 8 inch square, you're going to get 3 punches, okay? And then you're going to rotate and you're going to line this piece up here on that silver line that's on the tray. All right. Oops. And it's just holding on there. And then again, we're going to move along using the pattern as our guide to know when we punch again. So you just want to make sure you completely cover that pattern. And then we're going to rotate again. And now this piece is going to be lined up with the silver line on the tray. All right. We got a lot of scraps here. And look, you get little squares that are definitely usable. All right, and then we're lining up again on that silver line that's on the tray. All right, and so here is frame number 1. And we'll just put it right over here. It's so pretty. All right, now we're going to go to our green. And we're going to do the same thing, except this is a 6-inch square. So we're going to line up on that same line that's on the tray. But instead of making 3 punches, we're going to do 2 punches across on each side. And then we'll rotate again. And this little piece here will go on that silver line on the tray. And we'll do it again. I have to be honest, when I first looked at this layout, I thought it was a little overwhelming because there was a lot to look at. And then I was just trying to figure out, well, how do I, do the measurements and, but I think this makes this layout pretty quick and easy. All right, so we'll put our squares over there. I won't be using them on this layout, but I'm sure there'll be something else I can use them on later. All right, and then we're going to do our last square. And again, we're going to line it up at the silver line on the tray. And with the 4-inch square, hold on, I just want to make sure I'm holding it in place. You're just going to punch 1 time on each side, but you're still going to line up this little end here on that silver line. And again, this will work on any frame punch. And the only thing I don't know, I know a lot of them work the same way, so perhaps they all do, but I don't know, and I don't want to say that. But play around with them just to see how things work. That's how I figure a lot of it out. I just play with it. All right. So now I have my other piece just like this. All right. And then I think I need, let me see if this is long enough. Nope. I'm going to get another piece of paper. Nope, that's not going to be long enough either. So the candy cane stripe. I am gonna I'm going to take one more piece of paper, and I'm going to take this gold polka dot paper. If you look at, just to show you the continuity, up here, I have this pretty mint green paper, and I made the frame out of that as well. And I also made these two little strips. So I'm trying to do that same thing here. I have my gold dot paper here, my gold dot paper on the frame, and now I'm going to make these two strips here with my gold dot paper. And these strips, I just put them in because when I put the photo mat on the 8x8 mat, there was a little extra space and it just looked a little bare. And I feel like those strips kind of dressed it up just a little bit, and it was nice. And so I'm doing a 1/2 inch wide strip, and then I'm just going to cut this strip at 6 inches. And this will give me my 2 strips to go on here. See how it just kind of dresses everything up? It makes it prettier, right? All right, so let me tack a few things down here so you can get an overall feel of how this is going to look. One thing I always like to make sure whenever I do banners, whether I make them with scissors or a punch or whatever, when I'm going to tack it down, I always make sure that I put a lot of adhesive on the tips so they don't pop up. That's the big deal. So I'm just eyeballing where I'm putting it. And then tags. So cute. And then I'm just going to make a little template here so I know where the photo, oh, you know what would look really good? Bronze shimmer. I'm going to make a bronze shimmer mat. How pretty would that be? All right, so I'm just going to make some placeholder mats, I guess we call them, right? Here's 4 inches. And wait on that for a sec. So I need 4 by 6. And then I need a 3.5 inch square. Let's see if this works. 2 inch square. Oh, I think it will. All right. Let's see. So let's see how this all comes together. I'm just going to move some of these scraps off the table here. All right. So now let's bring this all over here. The first thing I want to do is just kind of get this centered. Oops. I think that's good. That needs to go up a little more. I'm just eyeballing it here. I'm too tired and lazy today to do my measuring. Ay, ay, ay. How many of you eyeball things, or are you more about making sure that you're exact? I'm just curious. It's interesting to see everybody has a different scrapping style. And it's always fun to see what different people do. All right. I swear these two little strips just really dress it up so nicely. Doesn't I just love it. All right. So there we go. And then we can put other mats onto our frames. And it looks so pretty. All right. And now we're going to tack these down. And this one's, you know, just leave a little border around the bottom and the side, probably like about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And then here, let me bring this back. Go. So pretty. So I'm going to take my, oops, I just ran out of tape runner. Will I make it without having to reload? I used a lot of tape runner this weekend. So then I'm just gonna, I want to leave space at the top. So if I want to do a title, I can. But I'm going to do a little overlap onto the bigger frame because it just looks pretty. And then the little one will overlap onto both of them just a little bit. All right. So here is our cute little layout. And then let me see. And I do like to go around and just make sure like the triangle is definitely down. Good, good, good. Let me check out some stickers. I have the sticker pack. I had it here, but where did it go? Did it escape? Aha, here it is. So let's see, we have some really nice mats. Oh, that could be cute. Lots of very good choices. They have a lot of titles in this. This is nice. Let me look at the stickers too. Let's see what we've got there. I don't feel like I need a lot of decoration because these frames really do a lot of that. I do want to put something up here to just kind of embellish that a little bit. So I think what I might do, oh, there's a cute little star. So let's put a nice little star here. And then I think I'd like to put a little title there too. So let's see. Happy holidays. That looks good. And I think I could do some foam squares. Ew, let me get my foam squares out. Right, I'm just going to leave it there for now, just so I can. Oh, this is looking pretty. And then I think I could just do something small, maybe here, and something small here. Because like I said, I don't feel like I need a lot of decoration on this page. So I feel like maybe this little gift thing will work nicely. And then, let's see, maybe, I think I'm going to put something in there. That spot just is, oh, you know what? I think we need Santa or a sleigh or something. There we go. Just to make it a little fun. There's Santa. He's all happy and cheerful and jolly. And let's see, I just want something little. Well, we could put a couple of little stars around presents. Very nice. Oh, and here's a third little one. Oh, good, good. And let me tack this down. Go and maybe do some candy canes. All right. And here is our cute little Christmas layout. How fun. All right. So I feel like this isn't as hard as it looks like at the onset. I think this was a great little sketch. I loved working with it, and hopefully you will too. So have some fun with it. And just remember, you don't have to use everything I used. If you don't have these punches, or if you don't have this collection, use what you have and have fun with it. All right. And look at how different it is. And I think what I might end up doing is putting something up here, like some kind of word, sticker letters, maybe, just to kind of capture everything. But other than that, I feel like this is a pretty solid layout, and I can go and put my photos on now once I go print them. All right. So let me come back up to me for a minute. Just gotta find me here. Here we go. Hello. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that layout. Again, that was page 30 in the sketchbook. If you don't have the sketchbook, just go back through the video and watch it over. And just the good thing about the video is you can rewind and fast forward and check things out and move ahead and pause. Pause is big. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to be one. Please hit that subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified every time I put something new out on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. as long as I don't have COVID. Last Sunday was tough. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. It's always fun and enjoyable to share my layouts with you every Sunday night. And I'll see you next week. Who knows what we'll do then? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.